Looking at this tree about to go up it, and I noticed the backside of it is completely cracked out. 2500 T for the first time with the quarter pitch still on it.
Dang, dude!
Jeez.
Look at that!
Let me show you guys what you're about to see right here. I got this big leaning fir. It's been leaning more and more every day, this guy's telling me. And hopefully I caught it in the thumbnail. This is straight right here, but it's been leaning out here further and further, right towards this house. You know, family living here, you got the power lines and everything. It must be slowly uprooting from the back because it's just getting worse and worse, so time for removal. This tree actually is out here over the road. When I get up there, you'll see how far away from the base to where the top of the tree's at. The top of the tree's out here. So I have the power lines. So I'm trying to get up here real quick, get this done before the wind starts kicking up. If the wind starts kicking up, then I'll have to rig the limbs down or zip line them or something, because they'll fade out and they'll hit this power line, rip that right off the pole. So I just was looking at this tree about to go up it, and I noticed the backside of it is completely cracked out. It's on crack. Look at the back down here. The whole backside's peeling apart. Yeah, definitely time for removal. I mean, I'm still gonna climb it, but that is, yeah, I think it's time to go. I think it's time to take this tree out. That's crazy that this tree has a huge crack in it. I did not see that when I first came out, because honestly, the bottom of this tree is surrounded by blackberry. And if you don't know anything about blackberry, they're like, it's a thorny plant. Lots of thorns, so I didn't really go to the base of the tree when I looked at this job first. So I couldn't, and it was covered anyway, so I wasn't gonna be able to see what's going on here. Little, oh wow, look at this bark kind of coming off too. What the heck? This bark is not connected to the tree right here. There's some stuff going on with this thing. But yeah, I couldn't do a full, you know, base inspection on this thing when I came out, but I figured we've had a lot of wind lately, and if it was gonna go over, it would have went over with the wind, not with my little legs in it. Yeah, the bark is coming off a little bit here. I wonder if it was struck by lightning at some point. Yeah, my spurs are kind of pulling it off the tree. For those that have been following me for a while, I got rid of the Vertec, the Rope Runner Vertec. It's gone. I bought a second Rope Runner Pro. I just think this one's better. I'm also running this DCS 2500T for the first time with the quarter pitch still on it. So let's see how it works. See how it runs. I've never tried it before. I mean, that's pretty smooth after the first limb. This thing feels like a toy. It's so light and plasticky, but hey, it cuts, right? Ooh, popping him. Yeah, this has got to be the lightest top handle saw I've ever used. It does have a strange delay in it. When you go to pull the trigger, it takes like half a second for it to turn on. So that's kind of different, but you know, you just have to get used to it. It's so light. It's so light. One of the challenges I'm working with right now is not putting any branches on my back down there, my climb line. I want to keep that clear, otherwise they'll have to stop chipping and come over here and clear my line. Not too bad, not too many limbs up there, you know, manageable for sure. One thing I was kind of worried about coming on this job was, like I said, the wind. So I'm trying to get this done before the wind gets too crazy. Rigging stuff up and down takes a lot more time than just free falling. Pretty good sized limb right here. Hey, one thing I'd like to know is how many of you guys are climbers? How many of you that are climbers that watch these videos? I assume most of you are, and I kind of treat the video commentary as such, like you guys all know what I'm doing and talking about, but I would like to know if you're a climber, go into the comments, just type in climber or groundy or whatever you want to call yourself, but I would like to know how many of you guys are actually climbers. Another good sized limb right here. And I don't want to get them too far in the weeds behind me because that'll make them hard to pull out. So I'm giving them a nice push as they come off. You know what this is? This is also really good practice. Let's say there was a fence behind me, right? And all these were over the fence. This is a good time to practice. Hey, instead of having to rig because there's a fence there, if I can just direct them all away from it, that's more ideal. Like this one right here, there could be a fence right underneath me. So I might as well just pretend that there is and just try to keep it off the fence. So here we go. So that completely cleared the back of the tree right there. And it's just timing. You know, as you cut, you're giving it pressure and you're pushing the limb. Like I purposely did not let that go because I could tell like something's not smooth on it. So I just kind of kept my hand on it until I knew 100% where it was going. But it just takes a lot of practice to get really good at it. But you get a sense of what the limb's doing. Like that. It was off the tree and I was still holding on to it, kind of not using a lot of muscle, but I'm kind of helping it this way, directing it this way, helping it fade. This one's out front. Power line there. If it comes straight down, it'll be fine. Look at that, straight down. I gotta say, this saw is, I like it. I'm liking this thing. It's so light. And with that quarter pitch bar, it's cutting too. Yeah, the wind's I'm starting to feel the wind. Partly because I'm getting higher too. Yeah, it cuts well because I think this quarter pitch bar definitely helps it. I mean, it does. That's why I put it on. I run almost all quarter. In fact, I run all quarter pitch or something small on my climbing saws. Here's a big one. That was a little sketchy. Jake just said I was crazy cutting. But I do like that quarter pitch. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to them on my comms and talk to you at the same time. Here's another one, kind of. Again, same thing. It's gonna cut differently out here than it does back at the collar. So you gotta kind of be ready for that. You guys can I'll keep an eye out if you guys want to try to just grab little stuff. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, just make a pile, and then when we do is when we leave, we'll chip the pile. We don't have to drag it. I don't know if that works too. That's a possibility. Yeah, this thing cuts, man. I cannot dog it at all. I just love how light it is, really. And it cuts just as good as any saw. Headache. You're clear. Oh, I feel the tree moving now. All right, headache. Okay, so automatically, I've already made the adjustment to this delay on the trigger. I kind of started pulling the trigger before I even got to the limb, knowing that there's a delay there. So it's kind of like now it's turning into muscle memory to fix that, or to, you know, to improve on the saw, because I did not like initially putting my saw right up to the limb and then going to pull the trigger and not cutting. So now I've kind of overcome that issue. It doesn't take long to figure that out. Headache! I gotta remember now that I'm further out over the road that I'm actually closer to that power line now. So I can't let these swing out because they will hit the power line. Headache! Look at that fade. Sheesh. Got a couple more coming down. I gotta direct every one of these. This one's out, definitely close to the power line, so I need to pull it back towards me. And they're slippery. This lichen is so slippery. Full turn right towards the chipper. Keep going up and up and up. Got some glide time now, baby. Look at that lean. I don't know if you can tell on camera, that thing is out here. Now I need to kind of try to keep these behind me more. Yeah. Before I didn't want them going behind me because they had been out in the weeds. Now they need to be behind me. Just fade them out there. It's perfect. I used to have a really bad habit when I first started filming, making videos of saying perfect all the time, perfect. I got away from it, and then somebody commented the other day, perfect. They were watching my old videos, and I was like, don't get me started. Perfect. Don't get me started on that again. Oh, the wind's starting to feel the wind up here. The gurus say no such thing as perfect. No, there's no more gurus out there. I'm the guru. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put that in the video. Or will I? Spray tan, grow my hair out, become a guru. Gurus have certain looks. What's that wind doing? Yeah, right out towards the power line, just like I thought. I scratched the tree, get that lichen off, get it blown out, so I can see what the wind's doing. And it's sure enough right towards the house. Headache. I pushed that back towards the base of the tree and it still faded out, so you just kind of time it and what's it gonna do? I walked all the way around this side of the tree. I was on the back side, and because I'm tied in, I have the flexibility to just kind of scoot around however I want to without, you know, being stressful, like using my flip line only. That's the good thing about being tied in up top way above you. So much more comfortable and so much more maneuverability. Headache! The rest of these I'm probably gonna hand toss all the rest because I don't like the way they're floating out. Just keep a hand on all of these. They're manageable. They're heavy, but they're still manageable at this point. Not ideal. Most efficient way is to just let them fly, but sometimes you gotta use a little bit more muscle, burn a few more calories. You gotta figure out how to do this job with max efficiency to prevent injuries, to be able to do this until you're 50, 60 years old, which I plan on doing. Look at that perfect fade. Perfect fade. No, that was perfect. Jake said it wasn't perfect. I'm gonna get you on the mic, dude. We should have a camera on you right now. Yeah, oh yeah, there's cameras in the truck. I got all the cameras. Put on a GoPro buying craze. I got all the GoPros. No. Oof, this saw, man, though. I'm happy with it. This thing is doing really well. That's awesome. How much battery we used? 1 out of 4 on the indicator light. And the cool thing about this Echo saw here is that I bought 2 of them like a week or 2 ago because they were on sale at Home Depot. Like they're normally, if you go to a website, you'll see them for like $650 with a battery and charger. And I got them for $230 each with battery and charger. I mean, so instead of paying $650, I paid $230. So I was like, I'm gonna buy 2. So I kept the 3. It comes with a 3/8 pitch chain. I kept the 3/8 on the ground saw, and I got this 1/4 pitch on the climbing saw. In case you guys haven't noticed, you probably haven't, I've been kind of doing a balance on my videos between editing and commentary, and I've been trying a bunch of different things, seeing what works for me, seeing what you guys like the best. I'm definitely listening to all your comments and feedback that you give me, so keep that up. I appreciate all the commentary and editing too. Like I said, I spend a lot of time like practicing my editing, so if you guys have any tips and tricks, any feedback. I know a lot of you guys were saying that you didn't like the music playing and some of the videos I've been posting recently, and I think that's just because too much like sensory overload. You know, you're watching this maybe a huge tree being taken down, and that's sensory, and then you got chainsaw noise, and you got commentary, and it's just like, maybe it's just too much. But go ahead and Rick, just stay clear for a second. I'm gonna finish this tree off. Yeah, any kind of commentary you guys got for me, man, like seriously, leave it in the comments. Try to reply to most people, if not everyone. Let me know what good food you guys like. He's down there talking about food. Uh-oh. What happened here? Why'd you stop running? Hello? Saul? Here's the problem with working with electric. Now it doesn't like me. I think oh, that's off the bar. Let me fix that real quick. Keep a scrunch on you. A scrunch, why do I call it that? People I work with call it that, I don't call it that. A bar tool. It's a bar tool! Oh my gosh. That's the thing with working with quarter pitch, is you gotta be careful. Like I flipped a limb out with this and it grabbed the tip of the bar. One thing about putting this Stihl bar on this saw is that I have this adjuster all the way back, and it kind of has to be that way to fit this assembly setup, because I can't back it down anymore to loosen this to fix it. So I might take this clutch cover off. So you can see here, I have to have this bar all the way forward for it to actually work on this. So this is backed out all the way down, and then it will work. And if you guys would like, I can put the part number for the bar and chain in the description here, so you guys can do it yourself. That's just the one drawback about this, is you have to have this guy right here backed all the way to the, maybe it's called the lowest setting, I don't know, but all the way down, the loosest setting. I think the chain's finally loosened up a little bit since I broke it in. Chains, I think they do a little stretching, you know, I think they definitely do once you use them. I like my chain to be right when I pull it down and I let it go, it just barely touches the bar. That's when I know it's like the right tightness. If it's like popping real hard against the bar, it's too tight. But if it just comes up and it just, you know, just touches it, then that's perfect. Yeah, back in business. See, there's no sag in it, but also I don't have to pull down super hard to get it off the bar. Might slow down just a hair. Make sure I don't make any mistakes with that power line. And then I'm keeping the limbs kind of going where I want them to, because you know, when they come off the tree, they're flopping all over the place, so you don't want to. In fact, I could probably toss it out here too. That'll be fine. Towards the road. Let's move the climb line up a little bit. Oh, I got a limb on the backside still, but I can get it after I move this up. How could I clean off these Velcros on my spur? They keep coming undone here. I need to like brush them with some kind of, I just need to clean them. I like to step up as high as I can on my flip line. That way when I'm throwing up here over these limbs, it's just a little bit easier. And I'm going, these are tiny limbs, so I'm kind of going over multiples. As long as I'm going over multiples, I'm fine with that. I'm not trusting just this part. I'm on my flip line too the whole time. Just takes a little bit of weight off. Gives you a little bit more confidence and control. It would hold my weight too if I fell, so it does help to have that. But this would be hard to balance out here because I'm underneath the tree on this side. So being on this climb line here, it helps a ton with that. But you don't have to worry about balancing. Look at that, just right out there, like nothing. So easy. Close to the top now. Top can't be too big because of what's below me. Probably top this thing pretty soon here. So now I'm really in some skinny stuff, so I'll kind of babying my way up the rest of the way here. Go around the tree. How high can I safely go is the question. And you only know by doing it many times to know, like, if the tree's doing something goofy, you're familiar, like, wait a second, I've been in hundreds of these trees and I've never, that's a different feeling. So you're like, oh, maybe I'll stop at this point. What I'll probably end up doing is just pushing it towards this tree. The top's gonna be so small where it's not gonna break any limbs. I'm gonna go, probably when I max myself out on this spot, I'll top it. That's good right there. I'll be able to control the top at this point. Get all the limbs off of it that I can reach right now. I'm cutting that one out in half because, number one, it goes down a little bit smoother. I don't have to worry about it breaking the line either. At least it's too small to break the line. Heck, that's just fine. Yeah, this top is blowing right towards that stinking wire. I might wait for this wind to calm down for a second. It's a little gusty, so it will give me a second, a break here in a second. In the meantime, I'll just beam my way up and cut a few more. All right, here goes the top. But towards the chipper too. What? Bonus. I'm gonna chunk some wood down. Yeah, just a little bit. Then when I get low on battery, I'll come down and get those other trees. That's a good spot for it. The thing I like about this saw, Jake, is that when you jam it up, it just beeps at you, and then I have to turn it off to get it to cut again. What if I just push too hard or something? If I try to cut too fast with it, it stops, it beeps at me, and then I won't start again until I turn it off and turn it back on. I'm gonna post this video pretty fast because I just posted a stump grinding video that I knew wasn't gonna do very well. It's kind of more of a niche than even tree work is stump grinding. So, you know, the more niche it is, the less views it's gonna do. Yeah, it's going perfect. Usually I'll spend hours upon hours editing videos, but this one I'll see if I can just toss together and get some more content out there. I got lots of stuff to post still, I just haven't edited it. It takes a while. Bye. Don't want to land that on the asphalt though, because it will break it. They're heavier. Probably get away with some 16s for now and now. Even at the 16s though, as it's getting bigger, it'll still damage the asphalt. Still cutting through some decent wood here. This little guy's, let's see how we're doing on the battery. Down to 1. So yeah, I'm about to be done with this tree and with this saw. But you know, chunking it with any electric saw takes it out of it, you know, hardcore. So not surprised. I didn't have any false expectation there or anything. That DeWalt electric though, the DeWalt 60 volts or whatever it is, that one does cut through some wood, some thick chunky wood. That battery is impressive. It must be the battery. Saw efficiency, I don't know, but it cuts through this stuff. But it's a lot heavier. I feel like it's twice the weight of this saw. Yeah, I'm done with it. Okay. Time to go down. Until I started using that Vertec, I never noticed this slick pin hit me in the hand. I could probably switch it to the other side though. That way it's not, because I hold it like this and that slick pin's right there. So I'll probably take this out and point it that direction. So it doesn't really, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, I could leave it there, no problem too. I'll probably just leave it, but I could change it out if I need to. Ooh. I mean, don't let anyone fool you. This Rope Runner Pro is still smooth. It's very smooth. Look at that. I mean, it's no problem. One-handed. Oh, that jabbed me in the nuts. There it is, see? That was fun. Look at this thing. Look how far out over the tree I am. That's a good example right there. I'm standing right underneath the top of this tree. And look at the gap between the rope and the tree trunk. That was fun. I gotta cut down some alders after this. I don't think it's gonna be too entertaining. I just wanted to get this quick fur video in. Just knock something out for you guys. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll give you guys a little bonus ending here. I'm just removing some alders and I gotta rig this. There's a big top above me, which I don't need to rig probably. But this dead guy here, I do need to rig. So I'm just gonna, we're over a limb here. Give you a little bonus hitting to the fur job. Oh, it snapped. Oh yeah, buddy. That was nasty, dead, brittle. As Haneke says, breadstick. It's a breadstick. Breadsticky. All right, second top. Perfect. Got her.
So left side of that longest one.
Anywhere, I don't care. Anywhere up there is fine. I'm not picky. Face shields down, yeah.
Dang, dude!
Jeez.
Look at that! Well, is that high enough or you want another one?
Oh, it's plenty high.
Got a boomstick.